scoop out more. Hold on. There we go. There we go. That's better. Oh, oh, oh. Hello, collective. It's me, your favorite psychic, spirit medium, Patience. It's Patience with Spirit. I'm here for you. I'm here. I just love you so much. I was just meditating in the woods. I'm in Lincoln Woods right now, and I haven't been in nature in a little bit. So, Spirit's like, you need to get your butt out in nature, and it's one of the greatest, most effective ways to connect yourself again, to clear your field, to clear your mind, to connect with Mother.
Standing beside you.
Standing beside you. I got my spirit team here.
Spectral.
Thank you, Spirit. Spirit always suggests first thing if you are feeling off to go into nature. It's just what you should do. Everything artsy back in the house. Can I get whoop whoop? Oh my gosh, everything artsy. I'm so sorry. I forgot to go to your channel. I'm going to go to your channel after this. I promise. I promise you. You're always showing me love. I give you the woot woots and the amens and the hallelujahs. And I'm going to go to your channel after this. I'm making a mental note. You know what? Let me write it down. I'm going to write it down. That's how much I mean it. Everything artsy with a Z. Artsy. Okay? I'm going to do that. So, no, I want to go. I do. It left my mind, but now it has arrived again, and I want to. So I'm out in the woods, and I just meditated. I did an 18-minute long meditation that was fantastic. I subscribe to Moonly. It's an app that I have found phenomenal. I love it. I'm not getting paid to say this. I just love it so much. If you go to, do I have any black friends? I have all kinds of friends. I could be friends with an alligator, okay? I know I haven't met one person I could be friends with. Now there's people who, you know, be hating on me. But I'd still be friends with them because God says to love them anyway, and that's what I do. So I'm out in nature and I was doing a meditation called Mountain River, and it was fantastical. If you want to follow us on any of our socials and want to see the things that we post that have to do with meditation and spirit guidance and all that, we do have a link tree in our description bar where we would love for you to be a part of our community. We are all about agape, accept all, reject none. And I'm so happy to have done that meditation. It was fantastic. It was basically Moonly has a whole section that's called healing, and it's all different kinds of meditations, all different kinds to like fit your mood, to fit your time. Sometimes I don't have much time. Like I like to wake up early first thing when I wake up and meditate, and I wake up really early, so because I have to go to work. So I'll do like an 8-minute one or something. This one was an 18-minute one, so I was happy to do that. But I really suggest it if you are new to meditation. They do a lot of visual meditations, which I'm a super visual person, so I enjoy because of my psychicness. I'm clairsentient. I can see lots of visions in my head, so I'm very good at visualization. So I really enjoy meditating that way, but everyone's different. And so I really suggest the Moonly app. And so troll bogies just shat in their panties. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm so sorry for you, you know. I guess it happens sometimes. So maybe you need to meditate. You need to meditate to clear your mind so you don't shat in your panties. So, the meditation though, oh good. I don't get to do them a lot, but I this one flew by, and I really liked it because it was a visualization of sitting in a mountain stream that's going like down, and you're not like submerged, but it's just halfway, you know. You're just floating in it kind of in the water, and you imagine the stream pulling out all the yuckiness, all the baggage, all the energy, other people's energy, and it's just floating down the river. It was really nice. It really was. And I have the background with the birds, and it just kind of like, it was so beautiful. And I feel very clear now. So I was like, oh my God, I'm going to do a reading. I'm definitely going to do a reading, especially in this environment, because I always feel like my psychic abilities are amplified when I'm in nature for sure, and especially if water is associated. I don't know if anyone else feels that, but I am super, I super feel that way, so I'm going to do a reading. So my name is Patience. I'm your favorite psychic, spirit medium, host of Spirit News on Spotify, where we teach you about non physical energy. On Spotify, our podcast, Spirit News, you can find where more metaphysical information if you'd like to know
Six spirits.
more on a more metaphysical, like spiritual information. We take all our observations and the knowledge and wisdom I get from my very own spirit team, and we put it over there. We do have some channeled messages over there as well, that where I've dibble dabbled in channeling, which I'm still trying to do. I can't get past my own block though. I mean, I can. I am getting past my own block in divine timing. I did it a couple times, so I was proud of that. You can find that over there. Here on YouTube, we do psychic development by using the lives to read energy, and by understanding higher perspectives of linear views at Spirit News, where we learn about people's emotional states, how people act out of unhealed wounds, and the reasons why they do the things they do, and the dark things they do, the things that they choose to do, the ways they operate in, how operating in your shadow can really affect you in multiple ways. So we hope that by doing this, not only do we learn our psychic gift, but we also help people get higher perspectives of linear views of things they cannot see. So Spirit said cry. We help you get higher perspectives of the things that make you cry, make you have emotional reactivity. And we have documented our whole ascension journey on TikTok. If you want to look at that, we have put all our observations and all of the spirit nuggets and all of the ways that spirit has helped me overcome many things to help me get to this level of master manifestation. And yeah, okay, so we're gonna do another reading, and I had a weird ass dream last night, and I don't know, I feel compelled to tell
60.
about it, or at least this part of the dream. Yes, just this part of the dream.
Surveillance.
Oh, Spirit said, oh my gosh, I'm looking at two ducks playing in the woods. It's adorable. I've never seen ducks play before. Okay, I'm sorry, I got distracted. So, in this dream, I was Hindu, and I was part of this large, very prominent Hindu family. And the father, 2010s, and the father was the patriarch, and this father was not the best. He wasn't the best, and he was very driven by power. He was very driven by greed, and I was his son. And they were in some kind of I want to say entertainment, or they had some kind of connection to some kind of entertainment industry or something like that. And in the dream, my father wanted me to do something I didn't want to do that had to do with entertainment.
1950s.
And I felt like trapped by this decision I had to make. I felt obligated to make my father happy. I felt like if I didn't do this, my father would disown me. And it skipped to this scene where I ended up doing whatever it was that he wanted me to do. And I was on set, and I was in the mirror getting ready, and I'm not me, I'm this son, I'm this man's son, who's this Hindu man, very handsome, dark features, and my father's wanting me to do something for his business that it has to do with entertainment. And I'm looking in the mirror in the dressing room, and all of a sudden, as I'm looking in the mirror, I see fire come up around me, and I get scared. I get like paralyzed with fear, and I like feel like I have sleep paralysis, except I'm awake, looking in the mirror, and all of a sudden my face starts turning into something else, and it turned like my face erased, and then I got these dark smoky holes in my face, and it was gray, and then it turned into this really scary demon face, and I could feel myself crying but looking at this face and this fire around me, and I was like, what? And then my father walked in, and then everything stopped looking like that and looked normal again. And I turned to my father, and I knew my father had something to do with it. And I didn't know how or why, but I knew that whatever my father was making me do, it was something, seriously, no ghost. It was something that was not good in it. And then I woke up. So that was my dream. So I don't know what this father's problem was, or what. I don't know exactly what he made his son do, but he did it. And I could feel the emptiness of this man, and having to have made this decision that his soul did not want him to do, but he did it anyway, you know? Hey everybody! Hello! I'm sorry, I had to get through my dream before I said hello to everyone. Otherwise I was like in the dream right now. I was like in it, in real time. Okay? So I don't know if that has to do with the reading, but I just had to get it out of me because I didn't want to read with that in the back of my head. So on that note, let's read a psalm, okay? Spirit, please give me a psalmy. Yeah, please give me a psalmy. Can I have a psalmy, please? Oh, prayer of an afflicted sinner. Stop it. Psalm 38. Lord, do not punish me in your anger. In your wrath, do not chastise me. Your arrows have sunk deep in me. Your hand has come down upon me. There is no wholesomeness in my flesh because of your anger. There is no health in my bones because of my sin. My iniquities overwhelm me, a burden too heavy for me. Foul and festering are my souls because of my folly. I am stooped and deeply bowed. Every day I go about mourning. My loins burn with fever. There is no wholesomeness in my flesh. I am numb and utterly crushed. I wail with anguish of my heart. Oh my god, that's like the man. He literally felt like he knew what he did was crushing him. Like he knew that it was going to ruin him or something. Children want to serve parents but want to be heard also. Yeah, definitely. For sure. I had a dream about perfection, so I thought of you and came here, of course. Number one, would you stop? Be more open and truthful. Talk about decisions is always it. Well, in this case, the dream, this father was not open to that, and this son was so scared of his father. Oh my gosh, 144. Oh, 14 minutes, 14 people in here, 4 likes. Come through, Spirit. So, in my dream, this father was a tyrant. His sons feared him. This wasn't someone you could talk to about your feelings, that's for sure. And I personally, with children, yeah, not likely, would never want my kids to be afraid of me, to not, I don't feel like I need that kind of power to assert over my children. But in this case, this father made his son do something that he knew was wicked, and the son did it knowing that it was wicked and did it anyway. His lesson or his test was to be authentic, and I don't think that I don't think he passed the test. So I am numb and utterly crushed. I wail with anguish of heart. My Lord, my deepest yearning is before you. My groaning is not hidden from you. My heart shudders, my strength forsakes me. The very light of my eyes has failed. Friends and companions shun my disease. My neighbors stand far off. Those who seek my life lay snares for me. They seek my misfortune. They speak of ruin. They plot treachery every day. But I am like the deaf, hearing nothing. Like the mute, I do not open my mouth. I am even like someone who does not hear, who has no answer ready. Lord, it is for you that I wait. O Lord, O my God, you respond. For I have said that they would gloat over me, exult over me if I stumble. Yeah, that's this guy's father. It's like this father is sadistic. He wanted his son to do this wicked thing knowing that it would kill his son inside. It's like he wanted to kill the light in his son or something, you know, like whatever light was left in his son, he just wanted to squash that. And he knew that he had this power over his son because his son was
Feel
so
anger.
hate feel anger, yeah, because his son was so he feared his dad, and his dad knew that, which is fucked up. That's so messed up. I'm very near to failing. I'm very near to falling. My wounds are with me always. I acknowledge my guilt and grieve over my sin. My enemies live and grow strong. Spirit said, mourn. Those who hate me grow numerous fraudulently.
Ouija board.
A Ouija board. Repaying me evil for good, accusing me for pursuing good. Do not forsake me, O Lord my God. Be not far from me. Come quickly to help me, my Lord and my salvation. Spirit just said a Ouija board. Oh my God. I am shocked at the amount of people who give their power away to Ouija boards and divination. I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Pencil.
Okay. Alright, Spirit. Let's see. So, I think this does have to do with the dream I dreamt, which I'm glad we're talking about it because have been thinking about it so much. And because this son was he had everything going in his life. He was handsome, he was smart, he was charming, he was very kind. Nothing like his father. And I think that's why his father hated him, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you, Ty. Yeah, trickster energy for sure. Or his dad. There's something wrong with his dad for sure. Please give me another clue. Sea creatures. Shark. Yeah, his dad's a shark for sure. His dad's cold-blooded, ruthless predator. In dreams, they generally represent people circling, closing in for their kill. Oh my gosh, this father wanted to... Spirit said key. This father wanted to unalive his son, or unalive or kill any prospects of his son being better than him. When a parent does that to their child, you know, some people just shouldn't have children, honestly. Some people who are mentally ill or who have unhealed wounds have children as like trophies or something, and then they grow up and they become independent, and when they're not compliant anymore, or your children are supposed to do better than you. You're supposed to do better than your ancestors. That's the whole point. You're supposed to elongate the legacy. You're supposed to have a legacy to give on, to pass on to your children so they can do it better than you, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to have children as trophies and then once they become better than you, resent them and become jealous of them. That's crazy. Why did you even have a child if you didn't want them to do better than you? It makes no sense. So, this dad felt threatened by their son taking a bite out of them, or their child, by being better than them. This person didn't want their child to overshadow their accomplishments, or to look better than them in any way, or to do better than them, or to be more successful than them. But this son was remarkably intelligent, and they had a prominent future ahead of them.
Deprov.
This father may have had many tentacles. Octopus may have had many tentacles, trying to thwart their child's future. They didn't like their son grabbing the attention of their colleagues. Their colleagues could have possibly seen the potential of this person's son, and the fact that they were more physically attractive to them also bothered them. Wow. And so this father looked at their son as a fish, instead of viewing them as an equal, or instead of viewing them as someone who could do better than them. They viewed them as a fish, and a shark eats fish. And so when it came to stressful situations, the father was always scrutinizing them, was always making them feel exposed, was fucking with their subconscious, making them feel like they couldn't relax, like they couldn't be themselves. They were overbearing, um, especially in childhood, and when they grew up, when it came to business dealings, it says. They could have had, like I said, in the dream, and it doesn't have to just be the dream. The dream could just be a metaphor for this situation. But there was some kind of business involved, some kind of family business or something, where the father was running some kind of company, or some kind of um, business conglomerate, where he'd have to pass it down to his children, or but this is somebody who wants to live forever. This says they're monstrous. They want to live forever because they have this level of success, they have this level of business success. They're a shark. They don't want to give the business to their son. They want their son to fail. That's horrible. That is horrid. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's not right. Spirit, what do you want us to know? What happened here? What's the problem? Okay. What went on? Let me see. Thank you so much, Holy Spirit. I love you so much. Thank you for giving me the messages. No, not these? Okay.
I am here.
Oh, okay. These ones? You've been liking these ones lately. Okay. Alright, Spirit. Holy Divine Spirit, I love you so much. Thank you for being here with us. Please tell us what the hell happened here. What is going on? Oh my gosh, I said I had sea creatures, and Spirit just gave me a whale and orca elders. Yeah. Share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. I had whale in the Dream Decoder book too. I had whale, fish, octopus, and shark. So that's funny. Thank you so much, Spirit. And I have double mission, Lightworker Starseed, serve the world by being you. Oh my gosh, do not even... You know what? I've been picking up on? I think Spirit is telling a lot of the readers, a lot of the legit readers on YouTube the stories of the things that are happening to chosen ones or to star seeds, to light workers, because there's like this influx of stories that spirit is sharing with us, of psychics, of intuitives, of light workers, healers, where these horrible, their families or like their friends or like coworkers or even people they're in relationships with are like doing horrible things to them,
Disquieting.
disquieting. So, and this says double mission: light worker starseeds serve the world by being you. And this says an elder. So, and that was their father. So this person's elder did not saw the light in their child. They saw the light. They saw that everybody liked them. They saw that they were intelligent, that they were multitaskers, they were multidimensional, that they had a light about them. And Howie, get out. I'm going to cancel you. Yeah, fix your own volume. Thank you, a new moon. I ain't falling for that again. I listened to my live yesterday. I was like, it was working the whole time. So there's something going on in the collective. I think because of the time jump and the energy shift, which you can we did make episodes about that on Spotify and our podcast Spirit News. It's called The Time Jump and the Schumann Resonance are specifically for it. And so if you want to learn more about the energy shift, it is a key component to what's going on in the collective with those who are meant to help transition people over in the into the new energy, and those are the new prophets, the new seers, the light workers, the star seeds, the chosen ones, if you want to call them that. It's really, chosen. I don't like saying chosen ones because it implies that it's only a few amount of people, and that's not the case. It's
Sign.
it's anybody. Yeah, sign. It's anybody who can clear their field to 144,000 hertz. It's a frequency. It's Christ consciousness, and anybody can do it. It's not a select few. The 144 is a frequency, and if you can clear your field enough to be at that frequency, then you are a light worker. You will be a light worker. So, or a healer, and anybody can do it. So I don't like to say chosen ones because it implies that only a chosen few can do it. And it's not that a chosen few can do it. It's that it's hard to it's rare to do. And so only a few end up being at that frequency. And so what I'm finding, my observations through our investigations is that our collective detective investigations is that the energy is telling us that they're being targeted because they're reaching levels of ascension or they're reaching levels of frequency that are transmuting negativity, and so negativity is coming to them through people who are close to them, who are um, in unhealed energy, that can intuitively feel the light within them. um, and I'm sure everybody has encountered that one person that is always in a good mood or is very kind, is emotionally balanced. I mean, if you haven't, I hope you do one day because that's a gift. Um, autism is not what you think it is. And if you want to say that I am autistic, I would say thank you because you don't understand what it is, and I do.
Metaphysically.
Metaphysically, Spirit says. So thank you.
The number 10.
So people are being targeted. And this person's father, specifically an elder, knew that their son or child had some kind of light in them where they were going to surpass them, that they were going to be better than them, that they were going to be more wise than them, that they were going to, all the things. So that's where this father wanted to ruin their own child and possibly set them up to be ruined. My eyebrows are just perfect the way they are, thank you. If you People are so weird. When you come in here making, trying to make fun of someone's physical features who's ascended, it just don't work. Because I don't care. Okay? So, Star Brothers. Oh, shit. Star Brothers. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. Oh, shit. You know what? Spirit. Holy Divine White Spirit. Please clear the field of any negativity that is not my own, and please seal any doors or portals that may have been opened to project any negativity onto me. I cast you out immediately. Immediately. I love you. I love you. I said Horus. Horus. Like Osiris and Horus. Okay. Oh shit. This 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 is some kind of family dynamic where, and it says double mission Star Brothers. This is some kind of competition between two brothers and a father. Oh my god. Innocence. Yeah. This is the classic story of Set and Osiris, or Set and Horus. The story where, they made a movie about it where Set wanted to ruin his brother, and so he basically unalived him, cut him up in a bunch of pieces because it was a competition for the throne. So there's a brother dynamic here where this one of the brothers is a light worker and one of them is not. Okay, one of them is Horus and one of them is Set. And their elder, the father, they were supposed to inherit whatever this father's business is, but even the father didn't want this light worker to inherit the business. So the father and this brother, they set out to do some kind of cockamamie plan against this light worker. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. Yeah. They knew that this brother was going to surpass them. They knew that this brother was going to surpass them, so they purposely came up with some kind of plan to keep this brother in a low frequency. Okay, they knew that this brother had high morals, that this brother had a high moral fiber, had a high moral compass. They knew that they would have to cause some kind of disruption in their harmony or in their balance to keep them at a low state because they didn't want this brother to get the business.
Maybe.
Spirit said maybe. Or to inherit something. Maybe a spiritual inheritance. Repression. I cannot make it up. Repression. I can't make it up, you guys. They were trying to repress this person from receiving downloads from their ancestors, their cosmic ancestors, by keeping them in balance. They were purposely doing things to disrupt their balance. I don't know what yet, but to repress their some kind of Lake Superior. You said it. Maybe they have psychic gifts. And as a light worker or starseed, or not all of them are going to be super psychic. Everybody can be psychic if you practice at it, but it doesn't mean that. What it means is that their energy field is going to be amplified. They're going to have a more prominent energy field that can be felt intuitively, energetically by anyone around them. They're naturally inclined to want to help people. They have naturally no high morals. They naturally want to be kind and compassionate. It's not something that they had to learn. It's just something that they are. They just have a higher frequency. That's what a light worker is a starseed. They don't necessarily have to be a healer or a psychic to be that. It's just their energy signature. Their energy signature will naturally be clearer than most because they're meant to be an example of what it is to come from heart consciousness. And if you go listen to our podcast, we talk about how the energy is shifting from mind to heart, and that is the shift. And we're going into more of a heart consciousness where we have more intuitive abilities, where we're more tapped in to each other, where we have more compassion for each other. It's not a dog eat dog world. It's more of like helping each other, more of like community. And so this person had that kind of energy signature that is felt. It is completely felt. You could be in a room with someone who has an energy signature like this, and they can transmute a whole room of negativity, and everyone will be focused on them because they are emitting a frequency that the soul recognizes on a soul level. Okay? So they wanted to repress this.
5 o'clock.
They wanted to repress this in this person because they knew if this person knew their worth, that they would choose their own happiness. I cannot make it up. That they would choose their own happiness instead of choosing to, because in the dream, the man felt obligated to do what the father wanted, and he felt obligated to do what the father wanted because he felt an obligation to his father, because in the Bible it says you're supposed to respect your elders, and your parents, and he had a great fear of his dad, I don't know exactly what was done to make him fear him so bad, but it's there. I could feel it, and so they knew that. They knew that. They knew that they could play on that like a weakness to choose to make his father happy over himself. Could you imagine having a child and then working so hard just to make sure that your child doesn't know how great they are? Like, what a joke. What a sad existence. It's pathetic. I don't mean to be rude, but I have children, and I could never imagine going out of my way to do things to my child to make sure that they feel like they're worthless. Like, that's just sick. It just doesn't even make sense. Rockman, if you don't like my eyebrows, you don't have to be here. But if you're gonna keep talking about my eyebrows, I'm gonna get you out of here. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here. You can stay or you can go. I'll love you either way. But if you don't behave, I'm gonna make you go. Okay. If you have children, don't do drugs, please. I agree. Drugs are bad. Okay. I don't do drugs. I can't do drugs. I'm a conduit of God. I don't do drugs or alcohol. So I couldn't imagine doing that to my own children, but this person is doing it like it's their job. Okay? Submission. I can't make it up. This family dynamic is more interested in making this light worker, this high vibrational person, brother, son, submit to their will instead of letting them be happy and letting their life unfold the way that it's meant to.
You're in trouble.
They're doing everything they can to repress this person. Hi, that, Rutherford. Oh, thank you, Future. Yeah, they didn't want this person to know their worth. Definitely not. Because, what I see from a higher perspective is that these people don't have self-worth. They think their worthiness comes from their ability to control or overpower people. But in reality, that's weak, because that's not where real power comes from. They have to repress this person who's more powerful in their sleep than them because of their energy signature, and they have no idea why, because they don't understand energy. That they have to go out of their way to make up plans to figure out ways to repress this person,
clutter,
to keep them in an energy that makes them feel better than them. That's weak.
scuttle,
That shows me and tells me from a higher perspective that this
magnetic,
father and this person's brother is are not confident, that they are completely weak-willed, that they have to assert their dominance over people to make people submit to them, and they view that as power. That's not power. Okay? That is not power at all. That's weakness. Like, I don't understand how they can't see that. And it takes, you know how much energy they exert just to even have to do that to somebody? The Sea of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. Yeah, they have subconscious wounds they need to heal of unworthiness. And they're projecting it onto this person who has a high energy signature, who is meant to when you encounter somebody who has a high energy signature, it's not to make you feel bad about yourself. It's to help you see the things you need to heal so you can become that energy signature too, because anybody can do it. It's not something that's kept from you. It's not something that's um that's hidden from you. Anybody can choose to heal and clear their field and be at that energy. And that's the only reason why light workers and star seeds and ascended masters incarnate, and angels incarnate, earth angels and all that. It's not 10, it's not to show you that they're better than you. It's to show you what's possible, what is possible, and to show you an example of how you can feel. And your soul, on a soul level, is drawn like a magnet, like a moth to a flame, to people with that energy, because your soul, on a soul level, before a human level, knows that's the true energy that you are. Without your physical body, your non-physical energy is pure unconditional love, because that's where we come from infinite unconditional love, all-knowing love. And we come here on purpose to have a physical experience for a limited amount of time,
definitely,
to see how, spirits are definitely, to see how long it takes us to remember or come back to our true selves. And so you will get in every lifetime those who incarnate with a higher energy signature. So people around them who are maybe
morosely,
morosely, very slowly coming to realize that they are that energy too. You just need to clear your field to attain or maintain that level of clarity. And anybody can do it. Anybody. It's just that it's like different levels. You have some people who haven't incarnated that many times, and so they're young souls. So when they incarnate, they're not going to be at a level of energy in physicality that they are in non-physicality. They're going to take longer to understand very high metaphysical concepts. They're going to be a very low energy, 4-4. And so you people who have a high energy signature, most likely, in my experience, from what I'm learning through my spirit guides, and I am by no means an expert, I'm just telling you my observations through my own experience, is that those who are light workers, who are star seeds, who are healers, who get metaphysical concepts very easily, who emit a high frequential energy signature, 44444, they typically have lived many lives. They have incarnated many, many times. Like like a bunch, like a lot, a lot. And like I can only speak for myself. I know for myself, I have gone to the Akashic record and I've lived over 200 lives and on earth, just on earth. And so I have done this many times before. So that's why I am more inclined to understand metaphysical concepts than, someone else. And then that person, so in this case, this light worker, this son, their father is a young soul. So they're viewing their son who has a high 666, who has a high energy signature, they're viewing them as competition because they don't understand energy. If they just understood that they're just a younger soul and they are not at a level to understand the concept of energy at this level, they're closed-minded. They have they have the old mind. They would know that it's not a competition. Their son is not competition. It's never a competition. It's just meant to show you where you can be, like how you can be at that level. So instead of seeing their son's potential as a gift, this brother and son is seeing the potential of the light in this person as some kind of competition or something that needs to be squashed. That's awful. No, that's horrible. That is not what you're supposed to do. But because they have unhealed wounds, that's what you operate in. If you are envious or jealous and you want to compete with someone, you automatically know there's something in me that needs to heal. 4646. There's something in me that needs to heal if you encounter somebody that you view as some kind of opposition. Okay, that's an unhealed wound. The golden children. I cannot make it up. I cannot make it up. I can't make it up. They're trying to repress someone who has rare gifts. A starseed light worker. I have a double mission. Someone who's here to. But you know what's sad about this story is that in the dream, this light worker didn't. It was a double mission. It was a double mission. It was a mission for him to be authentic to himself and stand up to these bullies, and it was a mission for the Oh shit. Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. Oh my god, these guys are coming down this fucking hill on their bikes like it's nothing. Good for you, you guys. Oh, that would have scared the shit out of me. Um, there was 3 of them too. They came at me so quick, I thought they were gonna run into the car. um, yeah, so, sorry, that distracted me. That distracted me so bad. Yeah, so these people are trying to repress somebody who is, honestly, they're higher spiritually ranked. They have higher spiritual rank than this father and this son. Their brother has a higher spiritual rank than them, and they can feel it on an energetic level. And it wasn't meant to be a competition. It was meant to teach them in regrets. Oh my gosh, regrets. Yes. So it was a double mission because now this person regrets not standing up for themselves. It was a lesson for them to learn. That's what these lives are for, you guys, to learn lessons, to understand yourself. You know, when this person does their life review in the truth booth, Spirit says you go into a truth booth when you transition, and you get to review your life and you get to see all the things that you would have changed or done differently.
Body.
And that's why you don't remember when you come in who you really are. When you incarnate, you're not supposed to remember who you really are, because then it would affect the choices you make, because you would know that you're infinite, and that would affect the choices that you it would affect your free will to make choices in the moment as they happen. If you knew that you were an infinite being of love and light, it would be a lot easier to make mistakes and to not really worry about it. So this person had a double mission. A double mission. Okay? One was to teach their father and brother a lesson, just like Set and Horus. You know, they if you ever saw that movie, Gods of Egypt, or read the story about it, the brothers, the Set was in competition with his brother because his brother's going to get the throne. His brother was the light worker. Okay? Set was the bad one. He was the one who had unhealed wounds of unworthiness, and he was competing against his brother. Instead of viewing him as an equal, they could have both, had different roles, but still been equal to each other. Okay, so this person failed the mission in the sense that they were supposed to stand up to their father and their brother and be authentic to themselves and get away from them. But instead, they felt obligated to make them happy in by sacrificing their own happiness, and they submitted to their will instead of standing up for what they wanted. So now they're in regret. Ugh. There's a double mission. Oh. And that's why God had us read that psalm when we started, because forgiveness. Because this person, this light worker, knew that what their family wanted them to do was wicked. It was against what they wanted, and now they're asking for forgiveness. They submitted to the wrong power structure, the wrong power. They should have just stood up. They should have just stood up for themselves and said, "F you guys, I'm not doing that." And then they would have had, they're chosen. They would have had God's protection on them. But God can't protect you. You can't have divine protection if you're choosing to be weak-willed. If you're choosing to do low acts and knowing that it's against what God would want, or what a child of God would do, or if it's against what you even know is right, God can't protect you, because you're in an energy that is a very low vibrational energy, and God can only help you so much especially if you are choosing, because it was still a choice for this person to do this. Whatever they did, I don't know what they did. Maybe we can find out. Let me see. How can we find out? Spirit, how can we find out what this person did? It was something wicked. I know that. Let me see. Let me see if we can find out. Spirit said speak. Hello, Michael Watson.
Disagree.
All right.
Both of them.
Both of them. Oh, Spirit said disagree. Okay. Spirit said disagree. So not these cards. Okay. Well, which cards could tell us more information? Let me see. Let's do...
Janet.
Okay. Hello, Mystic Healer. Spirit, what did this person do that they regret now? Taking a reading. They observed that everything was scattered in an unruly order. They failed to look closer to notice the shapes that were appearing in groups to create the angles that were clear. They were impatient and chose not to look carefully, and they didn't see a bad omen. So they were offset by good ones, by good omens that would have strengthened their weakened reserve. So this person was being shown, this person, and it says right here, cosmic ancestors, star keepers, they were being shown signs and symbols, and Spirit said sign earlier, to not do this. And I'm telling you, they knew they shouldn't do whatever this action was. I want to try to find out what this action was. They they followed a friend who claimed to need help,
He is here.
but they knew that this person was in their ego. They had significant egotism. They knew a volcano was about to erupt that would cause emotional harm. And they knew the vultures, oh, something about theft or fraud. They knew these vultures, they did something that had to do with theft or mail theft of mail or fraud. They did something that they knew was illegal with a friend. They knew it would cause emotional harm. They knew that the who is in my dream it was the father and the two and brothers, but and a brother, but
Tree.
you can put it where it fits. It could be a friend and a coworker, or it could be someone you're in a relationship. You have to put it where it fits. They knew that. Oh, tea does our fancy aid repress those vapors which the head invade and keep that place of the soul serene. Oh my gosh, are you serious? So they preyed on on this brother's kindness. They were trying to repress this person from reaching potential, so they played on their emotions and on their ego. It had to do with some kind of entertainment or something. So I know that this person didn't want to be viewed a certain way, or didn't want things to get out about them, or wanted something to be repressed about something about their ego and the way that they look to everybody, okay? And they committed some kind of fraud or something. They didn't want to be seen as a fraud, or something, or they could have possibly stolen some kind of creative
At the place.
some kind of creative endeavor. They could have stolen it, or knew it was stolen and used it anyway, something like that. But the father and the brother set them up on purpose to be in this position of emotional harm, because they knew that this person was like a volcano ready to erupt, because they had a fear of the father and not making them happy. They were very submissive to the whatever the father wanted, and so the father and the brother preyed
Too many.
on their kindness, to want to help, to want to be viewed a certain way by their father. It's the classic, like, I don't want my father to be disappointed in me shit, I don't want my father to view me. This father treats this person like a piece of shit, okay? Even though this person's energy signature and spiritual ranking is far higher than them, okay? Hi! Thank you for being here, ordinary person. I appreciate you. Oh, look, octopus again. We had octopus in the beginning. Their father is always an octopus, which means danger, as a symbol of danger. They had their tentacles always in their life, always suffocating them, always trying to make sure that whatever they did was limited, okay? They never wanted them to have achievement in a creative field. I told you this person was a part of some kind of entertainment industry. In my dream, it was in India. Some kind of they were Hindu. It was a very prominent entertainment family or something, or but they owned like a business that was like a channel or something. I don't know like what that's called, but it was something like that. And so there are two brothers that were in competition. Well, really, one brother's in competition with the other one. But they tricked this brother into some kind of fraud when it comes to some kind of creative venture because they preyed on the weaknesses of this brother and knowing this brother wanted the love of his father and of the brother. They wanted them to say, "Yeah, you're doing a good job. Yeah, you're doing an excellent job. You're doing everything right." But this brother would never get that from this father-brother dynamic because they were completely envious of this brother, that they're a light worker, that they had a light inside of them, and that everybody liked them, that everything comes easy to them, that they're handsome, that they're all of that, okay? That they're wise and people seek out their advice. They didn't want that. So they tricked him into accepting or doing something fraudulent, and now this person's in regret because whatever they did, it wasn't worth it. Yeah, they did it for to be cool or something. It says I have social gatherings. I have social gatherings twice here. I have representation of friends here. Yeah, they did it because they wanted to be viewed as someone with power and authority. Their father and brother said you can't fulfill the throne or get promoted if you do not do A, B, and C. And so they
Need a
basically
voice.
they basically lied to this brother and oh, Spirit said murder. I didn't say it. Spirit said. Well, if that's true, I did say that I'm getting here that they stole a creative idea from somebody. So it doesn't have to be a literal murder, it could be metaphorical, like they murdered someone's career by stealing this creative endeavor and claiming it as their own when it could have been this other person's, and ruined their career. It could be that, or it could be literal. I mean, I don't want to think that, but um, they oh shit. This is why this this person with a high energy signature who is a light worker cannot be divinely protected because they committed some kind of act against someone that was very low vibrational, something their father and their brother tricked them into doing, something that they shouldn't have done, that makes them regret what they did completely. It says that they could have created they could have on purpose created a very intimate experience with someone to make them comfortable, in order one of their peers, in order to trick them from their character or from what their plans were. um, it was a secret that they didn't want this person to worry about the negative things, such as death. Oh my gosh, this person. That's why when he looked in the mirror, hell enough. That's why when he looked in the mirror, hellfire rose around him and his face turned into a demon because this person, knowing that they shouldn't do it, pretended to be intimate with someone or want to be intimate with somebody who had a creative idea that they were planning to steal because their father and brother talked them into it because it was a double mission. On one hand, the father and brother wanted this creative idea for their own business, whatever, and then the other mission the cry again, the other mission was that they wanted to ruin the sun because they're a light worker. So they put him up to something very diabolical that he did, knowing that he shouldn't do it. And he tricked someone
Ghosts.
by being through it, thoughts
I
of
am
being
peaceful.
intimate, like tricking them into a relationship that he wanted to be with them. This person who had a creative idea, and they possibly unalived them. It says negative prediction of death. So they wanted to, this person was acting out of fear. Their father and brother said, son, if you don't do this, then you're not going to be part of the family. You got to show us that you want to be part of this.
See.
You want to show us, you want to show us that you are powerful. You have to show us that you're worthy enough to do this thing. And we need this business idea for our own company or whatever. We need you to go in there and get it by any means necessary. Give them this tea. It says tea. Give them this tea, and they could have possibly been poisoned or something, and they stole whatever creative idea that this person had for them, that they shared with them, that they went into covertly as wanting some kind of intimate relationship, and they really didn't. It was really to trick them into handing over or sharing this creative endeavor. So that's why this person's in regret. That's why this person failed their mission. They failed their soul mission. Their other mission was to learn this lesson. They were supposed to stand up to their father. They're supposed to say, no, I don't want to do that. That's awful. And then they would have been divinely protected if their father tried to come against them after they said no. But because they chose to do this deed, this evil, this wicked deed, they're not divinely protected. They failed their mission. They're gonna have to do it over again. They choked. Spirit said they choked.
Right side.
Spirit said they choked. Ah, but you know what? It's not. You're not being graded. It's just you can do. This person can do it over again, but unfortunately, they're gonna have to pay karmic debt for that transgression because it was a choice in the end. Okay. So they were trying to be, yeah, this says speaker, musician. It was something with entertainment, I'm telling you. They thought that they had to do this to reach some kind of level of notoriety or something because they were living in their ego and they were living in fear of losing everything and having to start over. You guys can't be afraid of starting over. You could start over 4 million times and every time will be the right time as long as you're making the right choice. You might have to start over every time, you know, God tests you. God will test you. And starting over is not the worst thing that could happen, but when you go ahead and you have a fear of starting over or losing everything, that's a scarcity mindset.
Stop asking.
It makes you act in this way. From a higher perspective, this person was afraid of losing their family business, but at the same time, was it really worth it?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Was it really worth having it? Because they weren't even getting the love that they needed in order to sustain happiness, even if they had it. So just because you have earthly businesses and money, it doesn't mean that it's going to make you happy. This person wasn't even happy to begin with because they were living for someone else. And so because of their fear of losing everything or having to start over, they failed the mission. They failed the test. They failed the test that God gave them as a star seed to stand up to these low vibrational energies that were secretly envious of this person's high vibrational energy stance because they're more spiritually higher ranking, and they failed the mission. They failed the mission. Okay, how can they be better than yesterday? How can they be better than yesterday? That's sad, but that's what it's about. this person can go in the truth booth and review their life and say, hey, I probably should have stood up to them, and then God would have divinely protected any retaliation that they would have had against me for saying no and separating from them. They had to separate from that energy, and then they would have been divinely protected. But they didn't. They chose to be wicked, and so now they're going to live in that energy, and they're going to have to do it over again, or that specific mission. So that's how it works. Oh, that's how it works.
Uncertain.
But it's not. So it's not. Spirit's uncertain. So it's not. It's a school that you never fail at. You know, every failure, every experience is valuable. So it's just going to add to the value of experience for elevation, for evolution, for the next life. This person's going to review their life in the truth booth when it's time for them, and they're going to make small arrangements to in the next life do it differently. You know, this time I'm definitely, they'll be like, this time I'm definitely going to stand up to them. You know, even you don't know that you're going to be divinely protected, but that's the test. Like, are you going to make the right choice despite not knowing that you will be protected if you choose to be moral, if you choose to do the right thing, you know? Yeah. It's supposed to be fun. Spirit says it's supposed to be fun. Oh, well, I'm sorry for you, infidel. Hey, it's okay. You don't have to believe what I believe. I'm just here doing what makes me have fun, 11:11. I'm just here doing what I think's fun. So it's not about whether you believe it or not. It's just fun, and I'm doing what's fun for me. And if that's what I choose to believe, you don't have to believe it. That's the beautiful thing about this universe. You can believe what you want. I can believe what I want. She can believe what she wants, and we're all living simultaneously without it affecting either one of us. So whatever you believe doesn't affect me at all, and whatever I believe doesn't affect you at all, and we're still living our lives. Isn't that really cool? I think that's like the coolest thing. You can believe whatever you want. You can believe that that mooses believe in God. You could choose to believe that, and it doesn't affect anything else outside of it. So it doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter what I believe. As long as you're a good person and you're making moral choices, you're not hurting people, you're not hurting yourself. If whatever you believe, if it's not hurting anybody, then who cares? Make a list, check it twice. Make a list of everything you have that means a lot to you. Prized possessions, friends, talents, abilities. You have much more than you think in life. Writing it out is a great way to practice active gratitude. Oh my God, I love that. Spirit has taught me that gratitude's the fastest way to connect with them. And whenever I feel disconnected, I put my left hand over my heart and I go, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all my blessings. Thank you. And it just automatically connects you to Holy Spirit for sure. So this person, instead of being grateful for what they have, they were always worried about not being enough or not having enough or losing what they have, instead of being grateful for all the blessings they have and being in an abundant mindset and appreciating what they have. It was always, they always had to do more. I have to do more because that's how they were raised by this father. Their father always made them feel like they were never enough. And so nothing they had was enough. So they weren't grateful. And that's why they were in this energy. Yes, Lake Superior. I am truly favored and highly blessed, and I have everything I need right now, and I'm happy right where I'm at, and everything works out for me. Yes, you have to know that everything you need, you have now, and to be grateful for it. And that'll that'll make it so you don't need anything, so you don't need your father's approval, so you don't need to have the father's business, and you can stand up for your authenticity, for who you are. because you know that who you are is perfect just the way you are. Flip it, reverse it. If you're a morning person and do your best work then, flip it and be a night person today, or vice versa. Mix things up. You never know what you might discover about what makes you most happy and capable. Yes, if this person had just taken a chance to stand up to their father and say, no, I'm not doing that. I want to do this, and I'm going to separate from you if you're not going to allow me to be who I am. If they just took that chance to just do that, it could have changed this whole dynamic, and their whole life would be different now. And they just had to take that one little shot in the dark. Vitamin D. Get at least 30 minutes of natural light today. Sunlight improves your mood by releasing serotonin. And here I am outside. I mean, it's not sunny, but the sun's still out, so it's still effective. I'm in nature. This person was so consumed and never saw nature, never appreciated the natural splendor of God's creation. And when you don't take time to take that little bit of extra effort, 5555 on the clock, to go outside and connect with God's splendor, with God's creation, you lose connection to God. You lose connection to Holy Spirit. You lose connection. You become disconnected. And it makes you ungrateful. It makes you not appreciate the true things in life that are worth appreciating. You know, money comes and goes. Money's an energy. It has to stay in motion. If you're constantly afraid of losing everything, then you'll never appreciate it because you're holding on to it so tightly. Thank you so much, you guys. That was a good one. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. It's my pleasure to be of service. I love you so much. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.